before you get started, make sure you redeem your Azure passcode that has been given. And the username and password, you can use the username and password provided under Resources tab. Input the password. Confirm the account. Put the promo code that has been given and type the characters and click submit. Wait until processing the request has been completed. Change the name to your own name and then sign up. Put some random address. So put some random phone number as well and sign up. Next. By default, Microsoft will ask you to enable multi-factor authentications. If you have authenticator app in your phone, you can use that. Or you can just type portal.azure.com to skip that process. Now before we start, we are going to take a look what we are going to do in this scenario. For the Module 1 Lab 1 Exercise 1, we are going to explore Microsoft Defender extensions, detections, and response. First task, of course, we need to have a credential for Microsoft XDR and apply the security policy using the existing Office preset security policy. So the second step, in the Microsoft Defender for Office, which for the email and collaborations protections, under the threat policy, you will see a preset security policies. Now for standard protections, usually we can apply for the whole domain, okay, and you can also apply more strict permissions for a group of users. For example, there's a group of users called leadership. This leadership access will have higher privilege compared to the normal user, so maybe they have informations sensitive that only the user from this group can access. So after considerations, you might want to apply more strict security policy for this group. Now let's take a look on the security.microsoft.com. Okay, make sure you already log in. And under the security.microsoft.com, before we continue, let's explore a couple of things. You can type Entra ID. In Entra ID, you should be able to see a couple of things like what is your primary domain. So this is the whole domain that you're going to protect with the preset security policy later on. This is your tenant ID if you need it. Now let's go back to our Defender. So Defender website again is a security.microsoft.com. Now from the left hand side navigations pane, we are going to see under the email collaborations, like the one that you have seen in the diagram. So we go back to the diagram. for our lab, we're going to go to email collaborations, thread policies, and preset security policies. Preset security policies is a template. Now before we start, you can take a look on the video. This is a very short video that you can take a look. It's about 2 minutes. For now, we skip that part, and we close this. Before you begin, you might want to read about what is the context of these preset policies and some other additional informations, including the details documentations and a blog. But since we want to go straight to our thread policies, now we're going to take a look on these 3 types. Again, if we go back to our diagram, we want to apply the standard protections for the whole domain and later on the strict protections for a group called leadership. Now for the standard protections, let's manage our protection setting. Now we are going to apply it for the whole domain. So select the specific recipients. Under the domain, under the resources tab, you can actually paste the tenant name. And next, now since we are going to apply the protections to the said domains, make sure you select previously selected recipients. Go next. Now go next as well, since we are not going to take a look on the impersonations. Now the next one, in the policy mode sections, make sure turn on the policy when finished button is already selected. And then next, and confirm. Make sure standard protections updated already get a green checkbox and then click done. So we have turn on one policy. Let's take a look on the strict protections. We're going to apply, now we're going to apply it on the specific recipient, which is a group. So we're going to apply it to leadership, previously selected recipients, make sure the policy mode is turned on. Next, and confirm. And click done. Now the next task is preparing the Microsoft Defender XDR workspace. So in the Defender portal, go to Home, and we are going to go to get your SIEM and XDR in one place. So scroll down to the menu item to Assets and then Devices. Wait for a while until this completed. This is the automatic steps where it will start the workspace, creating the workspace process. So currently the Azure the Microsoft Defender is preparing the workspace for you. It takes approximately 5 minutes or so for this step to be completed, so you might want to grab your coffee or tea while waiting for it. So once it's completed, you will see something like this. So you have completed this lab exercise 1.